Presenting Donald Flash. Okay, sorry you guys all had to live through that. That's just my little intro there. For those of you wondering what song that was, that is Sunshine, my second song I've ever produced. If you like the song and you want to hear the full song, check it out on my YouTube channel. Again, that's Sunshine, my second song ever produced. And if you want to check out the full song, it's on my YouTube channel. One second. Just sipping on some apple cinnamon Tim Hortons tea. Actually, they have them around the world right now in other countries, but like for those of you that don't know where they are, Tim Hortons is like Canada's Dunkin' Donuts, or no, yeah, I guess you could say like Canada's Dunkin' Donuts. I'm sipping some Tim Hortons apple cinnamon tea out of a Starbucks cup. Everybody knows what Starbucks is because Starbucks is everywhere. Um, which is kind of ironic if you ask me. Anyway, not get off topic here. I'm gonna try not to spend too long in this intro because I have a bad habit of doing that. But what's up, everyone? It's your boy Don Flash. For those of you that don't know who I am, I'm an aspiring music producer slash DJ slash entrepreneur slash actor slash internet marketer slash graphic designer slash YouTuber slash real estate investor slash stock and crypto investor slash. I pretty much just want to be really, really rich one day so I can work for myself and don't have to go work for someone. But we got quite the program scheduled for you today. Rather than our regular nonsense, we're switching it up again. We are going to take another shot at reading some ridiculous news stories like we did yesterday on episode 11. For those of you that want to see episode 11 and want to take a look at some of the news stories we read yesterday, episode 11 is on my YouTube channel, so feel free to check it out. I don't know why I just did that, but yeah, so today we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to read some ridiculous news stories. Again, it's the same news websites as we used yesterday, globalnews.ca and torontosun.ca. Quick disclaimer, because I am supposed to say this in order not to get in trouble or anything. The material I'm about to read to you is for entertainment purposes and entertainment purposes only. I do not own the rights to any of the material you're about to hear. I do not want to intend on taking any credit for any of the articles you're about to hear. All credit should be given to either Global News or the Toronto Sun, depending on where the article came from. And that's about it for now. Now, let me just make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. Oh yeah, right. We are at work right now, so oh shit, I didn't want you guys to see that. I got a little rash on my hand. It's getting worse and worse by the day goes by, but we don't want to keep it negative. We want to keep positive vibes going. So just forget about that and rewind it a bit. Okay, yeah. Now I am at work right now, so for the sake of keeping my job, I will have to occasionally drop what I'm doing out of the blue and attend to people if necessary. I'm gonna try and wrap this up before people start coming in, which they normally do in about 20 minutes from now. We're trying to keep it between 22 to 26 minutes anyway, like a regular half an hour TV show. So shouldn't be too much of a problem unless well, I do have a bad habit of like getting sidetracked and start putting my own commentation in. I'm gonna try not to do that today, but hopefully these news stories are it might go past half an hour. Who knows? But anyway, without further ado, that's pretty much everything I got to say to you guys for now. Let's get right into the program. So our first news story is from Global News, globalnews.ca. And like I said, if you don't believe me, I've left the links in the bottom of the description to both news websites, and you can check these stories out for yourself. But because some of them do sound pretty ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, let's just read the article now. Okay, this one's not too long. So our first news story is British man sent home for wearing shorts to office in heat wave. Oh, this was posted in June 21st, 2017 at 6:25 by break, and it's June 22nd or 21st, 2017, 6:25, and it was last updated June 22nd, 2017, 1:25 p.m. Again, the last time it was updated was June 22nd, 2017, 1:25 p.m. So this story is almost 5 years old, as you can see. And the headline is British man sent home for wearing shorts to office in heat wave, returns in bright pink dress. Okay, that's a little odd if you ask me. I'll read it once more to you guys. British man sent home for wearing shorts to office in heat wave, returns in a bright pink dress. Two more times. British man sent, just in case you don't believe what you heard. British man sent home for wearing shorts to office in heat wave, returns in a bright pink dress. British man sent home for wearing shorts to office in heat wave, returns in a bright pink dress. A British man was sent home from work Monday. Will the Monday of the week of June? You get what I'm saying? Okay, I already read the date to you guys. I don't have to. You guys aren't stupid like me. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. A British man was sent home from work Monday after he wore shorts to the office in the midst of a heat wave. Okay, that's kind of a stupid in the sense of went home. It's not like you're in the office. You're not like you're not like in the newsroom broadcasting in front of millions of people. For goodness sake, I don't see why that's such a big deal. But anyway, that office must have some really strict dress code or some shit like that. So a British man was sent home from work Monday after he wore shorts to the office in the midst of a heat wave. Joey Barge or Joey Barg, I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name. It's spelled B-A-R-G-E. Again, that's B-A-R-G-E. B-A-R-G-E. One more time, B-A-R-G-E. Joey Barg wondered on Twitter why women were allowed to don skirts at work while men were denied a similar comfort. He posted a picture of himself in shorts as he was heading into the office. Okay, I can't see the picture on here. Work attire. Okay, let's see where this goes. Rather than simply go home and throw on a pair of pants to appease his bosses, a 20-year-old, so if he's 20 years old, and he's my age right now, 25, because this was almost 5 years ago. Rather than simply go home and throw on a pair of pants to appease his bosses, the 20-year-old donned a bright pink dress and returned to the call center where he worked. Unless if he's married, I'm kind of curious where he got that bright pink dress from. Hopefully he lives with his mother, or he's married, or he lives with his girlfriend. Are you fucking kidding me? Right in the middle of an article, too. I fucking hate this way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the swearing. This way just seriously pisses me off. Okay. I'm just going to repeat the last line we read. Rather than simply go home and throw on a pair of pants to appease his bosses, the 20-year-old donned a bright pink dress and returned to the call center where he worked. He took another pic for comparison purposes. And again, it's not showing the pictures for some reason, so hopefully you can see it on your computer better. He also provided proof of how hot it was expected to get that day in his neck of the woods. Okay, I'm going to read that once more. I'm kind of confused by that. He also provided proof of how hot it was expected to get that day in his neck of the woods. Oh, fuck off. What did I do? As he documented his story on Twitter, he received hundreds of likes and retweets. While Barge expected to get sent home again, the company he worked issued a memo announcing a change of policy. Oh, isn't that ironic now? Coincidence much? And the company just didn't want to get trashed on Twitter. That's what it is. Barge's boss asked him to go home and change his clothing after announcing the policy change. He took a pass. Oh, so he decided to stay all day in the dress, based on what I just read. I'm going to read that once more. Barge's boss has asked him to go home and change his clothing after announcing the policy change. He took a pass. So yeah, I'm guessing he did decide to stay in the dress all day. I got sent home and told to change it to appropriate clothing, but it said females could wear dresses, so hey ho, Barge told the Daily Mail. They said it was a bit too colorful and asked if I wanted to go home and change because they were letting us wear shorts because of my protests. But I said I was happy to stay. I mean, it's what they get for sending him home the first time, eh? That's the end of that article in the comments or the chats. I personally find it ridiculous why they would the first place because he's wearing shorts. It's not like he's wearing like it's not like he's wearing a thong to work or anything like that. I mean, like, because when it is hot outside, you can't expect people to. Not everyone is comfortable wearing pants. It's plus 30. I'm not sure how the corporate world works out. Anyway, next news story now. Comment down whether you think that's ridiculous, weird, funny, or odd. I personally think it's ridiculous and a little bit funny at the same time. Let me know what you think in the comments, though. Moving on to our next story now. Our next story is got quite the headline here. Um, imagine if you were in this situation, but pet squirrel that scared off burglar in Idaho home returns to wild. Again, that's pet squirrel that scared off returns to wild. Keith Riddler, The Associated Press. Posted June 19, 2017, so this is also almost 5 years old, at 11:50 p.m. Updated June 19, 2017, at 11:51 p.m. Seriously, just okay, I'm not gonna read the article. Boise, Idaho. I think that's how you pronounce it. B-O-I-S-E. Think of this. B-O-I-S-E. 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 Just in case you have trouble hearing me, I feel it necessary to repeat myself 4 times. Boise, Idaho. A pet squirrel named Joey, who gained fame as a crime fighter, might be more of the lover type. Joey, who police credited with scaring off a burglar trying to break into his home's gun safe, made his long goodbyes earlier this month and scampered up a backyard apple tree at his Meridian, Idaho home and hasn't been seen since. Hang on 1 second. I gotta call this in. My job, since I work alone, I am required to call in the other site because I work for a security company, so I am required to call into the other site every 2 hours. So I'm just gonna do this real quick before I forget. It's obviously not ready. Okay, we're gonna have to call from the landline. Hopefully, when the cafeteria workers come in, they don't see me for a morning. Depending on what time Rudy gets here, it's most likely going to be my last. I'll be back in tonight. Sounds good to me. Sorry about that, guys. It's just work policy, just so they don't call my supervisor or anything like that. They've done it a couple of times, and like they were pretty pissed the last time they did it. So I just don't want to like piss anyone off. Honestly. But okay, we're just gonna start from the beginning here because yeah, we're pretty much okay. 1 second. Man, why didn't anyone tell me Tim Hortons made such good tea? Boise, Idaho. A pet squirrel named Joey who gained fame as a crime fighter might be more of the lover type. Joey, who police credited with scaring off a burglar trying to break into his home's gun safe, made his long goodbyes earlier this month and scampered up a backyard apple tree at his Meridian, Idaho home. I thought they said this was in Boise. Okay. Or maybe the article's written in Boise, Idaho. I should stop pausing in the middle of lines and wait till I finish reading the line before I make my comments. I'm pretty sure that's how professional news reporters do it, but I never went to college or anything like that, so I'm a professional. Okay, so Joey, who police credited with scaring off a burglar trying to break into his home's gun safe, made his long goodbyes earlier this month and scampered up a backyard apple tree at his Meridian, Idaho home and hasn't been seen since. If I had to guess, he found a girlfriend and they're off doing their squirrel thing, said Adam Pearl, who raised Joey in his home for about 10 months. Okay. A University of Idaho scientist said that's probably right for Joey. For a lot of animals, behaviors changes once spring comes, said Jeanette Rachlow. It's spelled Rachlow, then it's Rachlow. a professor at the school's Department of Fish and Wildlife Sciences. Joey made headlines in February after police went to Pearl's home to investigate the burglary, and Joey introduced himself. A few hours later, police nabbed a teen burglary suspect with items from Pearl's home and scratches on his hand. The teen told police a squirrel at one home came flying out of nowhere and kept attacking him until he left. Joey, the squirrel who ferociously defended his home from a burglary, is a pet no more. But that's just a tweet from AP West Region. I don't know why. That probably confuses you guys now, but back to the article. Like many famous crime fighters, Joey had a rough start in life. He was abandoned after falling out of his nest not long after being born, Pearl said. He was about the size of a big lighter when we first got him. They bought supplies and set an alarm every 2 hours to feed him. Do you guys not have jobs or anything? I'm sorry, I just felt the need to say that. Joey thrived and soon had the run of the house, using a litter box and learning to scavenge from bowls of nuts. There's no point in reading the captions because you guys can't see. I wanted him to be able to fend for himself, Adam Pearl said. Joey did just that, delighted the family with his antics. He let anybody pet him when he was in the house, Pearl said. I guess right up until the kid broke in. Right after that is when he started getting aggressive. About a month ago, Pearl made the decision to leave a sliding door open after Joey seemed extra rambunctious. I like how I can pronounce that word, but not somebody's last name. Joey eventually ventured out. Sorry, I thought it seems one of the cleanest cards still here. I was gonna say I thought they were left one. Joey eventually ventured out, played with wild squirrels during the day, and returned to his bed inside at night. On June 4th, he climbed on Adam's shoulder where he stayed for several minutes, getting his ears scratched before disappearing in the apple tree. I think that was his goodbye, looking back on it, Adam Pearl said. That's a tweet from Adam Pearl. Rachlow said Joey might have a little bit of culture shock assimilating into squirrel life, but will likely succeed. Adam Pearl said Joey liked to chew on items in the house, so there's also relief in being an empty nester. Hopefully he doesn't bring any little Joeys into the house, he said. Alrighty. That was kind of cool, I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit odd, but kind of cool at the same time. That's the end of that news article. Let me know what you think about it in the comments or the chat below. Like I said, I personally think it's kind of odd, but kind of cool at the same time. And the cleaners are coming, so hang on a second. Don't want to look like a, don't want to make it look like I'm goofing off at work. And they're entering the building now. They have entered the building. We're going to come in and sign in on
Hi, Dylan.
Hello. Before it gets cold, I may as well finish it. Okay, we're just gonna wait for that final cafeteria worker to come in. I just seen her truck pull up in the parking lot. And she left her lights on, but oh no, I think that's just how trucks are. I don't drive a car. I personally take the bus, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, let me know what you think about that last news article in the comments or the chat below. Those last two news articles we read were courtesy of globalnews.ca. I've left a link in the description to the page where you can find both articles if you don't believe they're actually real. But they're very much real. And yeah, like I said, link will be in the bottom of the description below. Now, our next two articles will be courtesy of the Toronto Sun. Now, hang on a second. The final cafeteria worker just entered. She's outside in the room. But yeah, so those last two news articles are courtesy of globalnews.ca. If you want to check them out for yourself, I've left a link to the page where you can find them in the description below. I didn't directly link the actual news articles because I was too lazy to do that, but I left a link to the page where you can find them. Now, our next two news articles will be courtesy of the Toronto Sun. Um, I guess I may as well just do this anyway. I'm reading these next two articles to you for entertainment purposes only. I do not want or intend on taking any credit for these next two articles you're about to hear. All credit should be given to the Toronto Sun and the Toronto Sun. I don't own any of these pieces in any way possible. I think I've covered everything I normally say, and yeah, let's get right into it now. Okay, so our first news article from the Toronto Sun is Google Maps catches Australian couple having sex on side of highway. You heard that right, folks. It says Google Maps catches Australian couple having sex on side of the highway. Two more times, just in case you don't believe your ears. Google Maps catches Australian couple having sex on side of highway. Google Maps catches Australian couple having sex on side of highway. Times, that's enough. And this was published March 11th, 2022. Oh, that was only 11 days ago. Wow. Wait, I swear that was the same day where, if you watched yesterday's episode, I read a news story about um a young woman who was moved to first class because of some guy watching porn next to her. This was published the same day that article was published. How ironic is that? But yeah, so again, this was published March 11th, 2022. Um, I so only 11 days ago. So this is 11 days old, pretty much. Let's get right into it. Talk about raceway roadway behavior. That's how the article starts off. That's all my comment. I know that sounds like something I would say, but no, that's actually how the article starts off. Okay. Well, you fuck off with all your fucking pop-ups. If I wanted to watch the video, I click play. I don't know. Does that piss you off as much as it pisses me off? Maybe I'm just overreacting. I don't know. Comment down if I'm overreacting or not. I probably am, in all honesty. But let's just get right into the article. I'm talking too much. An Australian couple was caught having sex by the side of a highway thanks to photos uploaded to Google Maps. The explicit images were reportedly taken on Duke's Highway outside the Australian town of Keith, about halfway between the cities of Adelaide and Melbourne. Okay, I don't know where Adelaide is, but I'm pretty sure Melbourne is the capital. According to the Daily Star, the Google Street View photos were uploaded in 2013, but have now resurfaced on Reddit. Okay, that's kind of funny. The New York Post reported that Google has taken down the photos. I would think in order to like maintain their reputation. I would hope they did. They show the unidentified couple getting caught in the act in front of a silver BMW. According to South Australian law, public sex is punishable by a AUD, so Australian dollars, $1,100 fine or up to 6 months in prison. But it's not believed the couple was arrested. So I'm guessing that's about like 900 US or like 1050 Canadian, because I know our dollar is a little bit. Well, our dollar is only worth more by like a couple of cents anyway, so probably like 1050 Canadian, 900 US. I'm guessing. I believe the couple was arrested. Okay. I mean, that would be an awfully embarrassing charge. And that's the end of that article. Pretty short one. If you don't believe me, like I said, you can check out the link in the description below to the page, to the Toronto Sun page where you can find that article. You will have to scroll down a little bit to find it, but trust me, it's there. And one of the day shift cleaners are coming in soon, so I'm gonna. I'm probably gonna have to pause what I'm saying, or I'm just gonna wait till she comes in and grabs her keys, and then we'll continue from there. Cause she's like right at the door pretty much, and she walks pretty fast. So yeah, let's finish off this tea. But yeah, so let me know what you think about that last article in the comments below. That last article was courtesy of the Toronto Sun. I've left a link to the Toronto Sun page where you can find that article. Like I said, you just gotta scroll down a little to find it. I found the article a little bit odd but funny at the same time. I mean, I wonder how that couple felt to find their pictures on Google Maps if they're even aware that it was on Google Maps. So imagine if you were that couple. Some people might be proud, some might be ashamed, some might not care. It all depends on your personality type, really, I guess. But anyway, so that was our third news article, and now moving on to our fourth and final news article. And we are going a little bit later than expected, but luckily we're not on TV right now, so it's not like we're given a set amount of time. Luckily. Okay. Oh, okay. Our last news article is titled "What a Dummy! Couple say neighbor put a mannequin in window to stare into their bedroom." Again, that's "What a dummy! Couple say neighbor put a mannequin in window to stare into their bedroom." Now, some people like to jump to conclusions, so I don't know what to think from this title. Maybe the couple is just full of themselves, or maybe the neighbor really is a creep. Let's read and find out. And this was posted on March 10th, 2022. So this article is older than the last article, and again, it's March 10th, 2022. So let's get right into it. This was in London. I think London, England. A London couple say their dummy of a neighbor installed a mannequin to stare into their bedroom. Yeah, it sounds like the couple just full themselves. Why would someone install a mannequin just to stare into someone else's bedroom? Unless the neighbor was actually trying to fuck with them, who knows? Anyway, Rosie and Christopher Taylor Davis say they were forced to live in darkness with the curtains drawn after Simon Cook propped up probably at them, according to UK The Sun. Okay, maybe the neighbor just hates them. Who knows? Maybe they're so full of themselves that that's why the neighbor hates them, and that's why he did it. The couple said they had to get undressed behind a bookcase so as not to be seen. Okay, that could be a little frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. And to add insult to injury, Cook put up a blonde wig to the mannequin, making it appear that someone all the time. Okay, so I'm just gonna read it by words because that's very hard to understand. So, and to add insult to injury, Cook put a blonde wig on the mannequin, making it appear that it was someone all the time. They took Cook to the High Court, but lost the case. Because maybe he just wanted a mannequin on the window to scare off robbers or something like that. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't to stare at them at all. Like people gotta stop jumping to conclusions. Maybe he like didn't want his house getting robbed, so he put that up to make it look like someone was always staring out the window or something, so like robbers wouldn't like break into his house. They took Cook to the High Court, but lost the case. A senior judge agreed that he had not taken his neighbor's concerns seriously, but ruled Mr. Cook had not breached planning rules by installing an openable window with clear glass. They involved a roof extension with dormer windows on both sides and at the back, but Rosie and Christopher objected to elements of the project, calling the windows an invasion of their privacy. The Velux directly overlooked they would be watched day and night where they sleep and shower, the couple said. In February 2020, the council granted Mr. Cook planning permission, but laid down conditions that the dormer window should have obscured glass and be non-opening. However, officers waived those rules for the Velux because it faces the sky and would have less impact on neighbors. Challenging the council's decision not to take enforcement action. The couple's barrister, Stephen Whale, argued they had been robbed of their privacy. Let me know what you guys think about that story in the comments below. Was it weird, odd, was it funny, was it ridiculous? I find it a mixture of all in all honesty. It's got a ridiculousness to it. It's kind of funny, it's kind of odd, it's kind of weird at the same time. Again, those last two articles were courtesy of the TorontoSun.com. If you want to check them out below, I've left a link to the page where I found them in the bottom of the description, so feel free to check them out yourselves. Now, what do you guys think? Do you guys think who do you guys think was the right one? The Mr. Cook or the what were their names? Or Rosie and Christopher Taylor Davies. I think he just put the mannequin up to prevent people from breaking into his house, but who knows? I don't know the people, so I can't exactly say. But what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Well, our first news article for articles are courtesy of globalnews.ca and the TorontoSun.com. Again, that's globalnews.ca and the TorontoSun.com. I've left the links to both websites in the description to the pages where I found all four articles. So if you want to check them out yourself, or if you don't believe they're actual articles, feel free to check them out yourself. That's pretty much all we have for today, folks. We went a little bit over our intended time, but that's okay because this is YouTube, live TV. I want to thank you all to everyone that came into my live stream and anyone watching this replay. Your support means the world to me, and yeah, I'm not gonna make this too lovey-dovey because we are ready to go over the 30-minute mark, and I don't want to like creep anyone out or anything like that. But my name is Don Flash. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, Holmes. We're gonna cue up our outro music. That's not the outro music.